How much do we truly understand about the shifting temperatures of our world? It's a question that's been echoing in the corridors of scientific research and public discourse alike. The answer, quite simply, is not enough. Global warming is a term we've all heard, but do we really comprehend its implications? In the grand tapestry of our planet's story, global warming is a significant thread weaving through every aspect of our lives, from the air we breathe, the weather patterns we observe, to the very sustenance that fuels our existence. It's a topic that's both urgent and insidious, its effects creeping into our world in ways that are often hard to perceive, yet impossible to ignore. Understanding global warming is more than just a quest for knowledge. It's about equipping ourselves with the tools to combat an issue that threatens our very existence. To comprehend the climate crisis, we first need to understand what global warming is. Global warming is not just a buzzword. It's a reality that's changing our world. At its core, global warming refers to the long-term increase in Earth's average surface temperature. This might sound simple, but it's a phenomenon with complex causes and far-reaching impacts. Now, every planet has a certain temperature, and Earth's is just right for life as we know it. But here's the catch. It's getting warmer. This is not a natural cycle. It's a trend that's been accelerating since the Industrial Revolution, and it's largely due to human activity. So, how does this all tie into the greenhouse effect? Well, Earth's atmosphere acts like a giant blanket. It allows sunlight to enter, but prevents some of the heat from leaving. This is the greenhouse effect, and it's actually crucial for our survival. Without it, our planet would be a frozen wasteland. But just as too little heat can be a problem, so can too much. Greenhouse gases, such as carbon dioxide and methane, are like adding extra blankets to the bed. They trap more heat in the atmosphere, leading to a rise in global temperatures. The more greenhouse gases we pump into the atmosphere, the warmer our planet gets. This is the essence of global warming. It's a delicate balance, and right now, that balance is being disrupted. The greenhouse effect plays a crucial role in global warming. Let's delve deeper into it. Picture a greenhouse. Now imagine our planet encapsulated within one. This is the basic concept of the greenhouse effect. It's a natural process that warms the Earth's surface, and without it, our planet would be as cold as the dark side of the moon. But how does this work, you may ask? Well, when the sun's energy reaches the Earth's atmosphere, some of it is reflected back to space, and the rest is absorbed and re-radiated by greenhouse gases. These gases include carbon dioxide, methane, and nitrous oxide, among others. They act as a thermal blanket for the Earth, absorbing heat and warming the surface to a life-supporting average of about 59 degrees Fahrenheit. Now here's the catch. Naturally, occurring greenhouse gases have a very delicate balance, and the Earth's climate is incredibly sensitive to even small changes in this balance. We humans, however, have been tipping the scales, so to speak. Over the past couple of centuries, we've pumped vast amounts of these gases into our atmosphere, primarily by burning fossil fuels and chopping down carbon-absorbing trees. This has led to an increase in the greenhouse effect, causing our planet to heat up more than it should, a phenomenon we know as global warming. This amplified greenhouse effect is like having too many blankets on a hot summer night. It's uncomfortable, and it can cause a whole host of problems for our planet's climate, ecosystems, and even our own survival. The greenhouse effect is primarily amplified by human activities. Let's explore these causes. Humans are the architects of the current global warming scenario. Now that's a weighty statement, isn't it? But it's one that holds a lot of truth. Let's dive into the primary contributors to global warming and see how we're painting this grim picture. First up is the burning of fossil fuels. Coal, oil, natural gas. These are all fossil fuels that we've been burning for energy since the dawn of the industrial age. When we burn these fuels, we release carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases into the atmosphere. These gases trap heat from the sun, leading to a rise in Earth's average temperature. Next, we have deforestation. Trees are nature's lungs. They absorb carbon dioxide and release oxygen. But when we cut them down, not only do we lose these natural air purifiers, we also release the carbon they've stored back into the atmosphere. Then there's industrial processes. From manufacturing to mining, these activities produce a significant amount of greenhouse gases. Even agriculture contributes to global warming, with livestock producing methane, a potent greenhouse gas. And let's not forget about waste. Our throwaway culture leads to landfills brimming with garbage, which decompose and release methane into the atmosphere. The energy we use in our homes and offices, the cars we drive, the products we buy, and even the food we eat all contribute to global warming. In essence, our modern lifestyle is contributing to this warming trend. Every choice we make, every action we take, is adding to the rising temperature of our planet. It's a sobering thought, isn't it? The actions of humanity have consequences. Let's explore the impacts of global warming. Global warming is already reshaping our world. Let's dive into the real-world effects of this phenomenon, starting with rising sea levels. As the planet heats up, polar ice caps and glaciers are melting at an unprecedented rate. This process is causing the oceans to swell, and coastal cities, islands, and low-lying regions around the globe are being threatened by flooding and permanent submersion. This isn't just about losing land, though. Rising sea levels can lead to saltwater intrusion into freshwater resources, threatening our drinking water and agriculture. Additionally, it can wreak havoc on local ecosystems, as many species aren't equipped to adapt to these rapid changes. Global warming is also responsible for extreme weather events. We're talking about more powerful hurricanes, more intense heat waves, and unpredictable shifts in climate patterns. These events can lead to devastating human and economic costs, from damage to infrastructure to loss of life. And then there are the impacts on ecosystems and human societies. As temperatures rise, many species struggle to survive. Polar bears losing their icy habitats, coral reefs bleaching due to warmer ocean temperatures, and countless species facing extinction due to changing ecosystems are just a few examples. These ecological shifts can disrupt food chains and biodiversity, which in turn can impact human societies that rely on these systems for survival. Global warming can also exacerbate social and economic inequalities. Those with fewer resources are often hit hardest by climate change, as they lack the means to adapt or recover from its impacts. It can lead to displacement, conflict, and even increased rates of disease, as warmer climates can foster the spread of certain pathogens. Finally, global warming is causing permafrost to thaw, releasing vast amounts of stored methane, a potent greenhouse gas, into the atmosphere. This process can create a dangerous feedback loop, as more greenhouse gases lead to more warming, which then leads to more permafrost melting. The consequences are dire, but there are solutions at hand. We'll explore these solutions in the next part of our journey into understanding the climate crisis. Let's remember, the future is still in our hands. We have the power to mitigate these effects and secure a sustainable future for our planet. Let's not wait until it's too late. We have the tools to combat global warming. Yes, the challenge may seem daunting, but let's not forget that we possess the solutions to turn the tide against this global crisis. A major part of the solution lies in our energy sources. By transitioning from fossil fuels to renewable energy sources like wind, solar, and hydroelectric power, we can significantly reduce our carbon emissions. Imagine a world powered by the wind that brushes your face, the sun that warms your skin, and the rivers that flow through our landscapes. It's not a dream, it's a reality within our reach. But it doesn't stop there. Reforestation is another powerful tool in our arsenal. Trees act as carbon sinks, absorbing CO2 from the atmosphere. So let's plant more trees and conserve the forests we already have. Every tree matters in this fight. And what about us? What can we as individuals do? A lot, actually. We can choose to use public transportation or cycle instead of driving. We can opt for a plant-based meal instead of a meat-based one. We can reduce, reuse, and recycle. We can vote with our wallets, supporting companies that prioritize sustainability. Each of these actions, no matter how small, contributes to the bigger picture of combating global warming. But remember, while individual actions are important, international efforts play a crucial role too. Global warming is a global problem, and it requires a global solution. Across the world, nations are recognizing the need for collective action. One of the most notable initiatives is the Paris Agreement. This historic accord unites nearly 200 countries in a shared commitment to combat climate change. It's not just about reducing greenhouse gas emissions, but also about bolstering our world's ability to deal with the impacts of climate change. The Paris Agreement is a clear statement of intent, a global pledge to keep the increase in global average temperature to well below 2 degrees Celsius above pre-industrial levels. But it's not the only effort. From the Kyoto Protocol to the European Union's ambitious Green Deal, international cooperation is key. These agreements and initiatives are crucial. They show us that, when united, we can tackle this global challenge. International efforts are vital, but the role of individuals cannot be underestimated. Every single one of us has a part to play in combating global warming. That's not just a hopeful sentiment, it's a fact. Our individual actions, no matter how small they may seem, have a collective impact on our planet. Each decision we make, from the products we buy, the food we eat, to the way we commute, contributes to our personal carbon footprints. But what does it mean to reduce our carbon footprints? It means choosing to walk, cycle, or use public transportation instead of driving. It means opting for locally sourced plant-based meals over imported meat-heavy dishes. It means conserving energy at home by switching off lights and unplugging devices when they're not in use. By incorporating these sustainable practices into our daily lives, we can start to make a real difference. It's about fostering a culture of sustainability, where every action is viewed through the lens of its environmental impact. Remember, our collective efforts can make a difference. Global warming is a pressing issue, and understanding it is the first step towards mitigating it. We've journeyed through the science, causes, and consequences of this mounting challenge. We've highlighted the role of renewable energy, reforestation, and individual actions in combating climate change. Global initiatives like the Paris Agreement further emphasize our collective responsibility. The path to a sustainable future is in our hands. Remember, your actions matter. Together we can combat global warming. Knowledge is power, and sharing it is empowering. By liking, subscribing, and sharing this video, you're already making a difference. But don't stop there. Participate in this vital conversation. Leave your thoughts, ideas, and actions in the comments. Consider what personal steps you can take to reduce your carbon footprint. Every action matters, every voice counts. Thank you for watching. Stay informed, stay engaged, and let's take action together.